This is genuinely insane. A streamer just died while live at the end of a 10-day broadcast that involved him being beaten, bullied, and brutally deprived of sleep. Right, and that after he had already reportedly been subject to months and possibly years of humiliation and abuse, hours and hours of which were captured on camera with nothing being done to stop it. And as far as who this guy was, you may have never heard of him, but he was actually the most popular kick channel in France and at times one of the most watched worldwide. His name was Raphael Graven, though he was known online as JP, and he was 46 years old. And while he started out filming himself gaming, eventually he ended up as part of a collective run by a guy by the name of Owen, along with another one by the name of Safin. Right, and these two, they reportedly got a kick out of bullying him, with this soon evolving into full-on physical and psychological abuse. They'd also threatened to throw him out on the street when he tried to leave. They apparently beat him, choked him, shot him with a paintball gun, poured paint and oil on him, and just seemingly tortured him in any way they could think of. Right, in one clip that's been making the rounds, they claimed to have locked him in the trunk of the car and drove over speed bumps at high speed. And in the audience watching them, you had people encouraging them to go even further and even paying for it. In fact, by the end of the 298-hour live stream that ended with JP's death, they'd collected more than 36,000 euros according to the fundraising counter on the screen. Though notably with that, JP appears to not be the only victim here, because an individual identified only as Kudu, who's reported to have a disability and be under guardianship, has also suffered abuse on stream. And it appears that there were already eyes on this. You had a French investigative media outlet actually exposing the abuse back in December. And in fact, Owen and Safin were taken into police custody and questioned back in January. But then they ended up just getting released and seemingly were free to pick up right where they left off, with the French prosecutor there saying that both the individuals suspected to be implicated and those suspects to be victims denied the commission of any offenses. But again, right, so much of this, it was filmed. And so now, in the wake of JP's death, you have people posting videos of everything he endured, as well as clips of JP speaking out about the abuser, even saying that he felt forced to accept it because he earned an income from them. With one showing Owen taking his phone and reading aloud texts to his mother, one of which said, "This is going too far. I feel like I'm being held hostage with their shitty concept. I've had enough. I want to get out of here, but the other guy won't let me. He's keeping me prisoner." And in another video, Owen and Safin are heard explicitly discussing the possibility of JP dying live on air, pressuring him to say to the camera right now that if he dies live tomorrow, it's because of his shitty health and not because of us. So then, despite all of that, we saw them striking a very different tone after JP died, with Owen posting on his Instagram, "My brother, my partner, my friend. 6 years side by side, never letting go of each other. I love you, my brother, and we will miss you terribly." But then really, other than that, the two have kept quiet, with Owen's lawyer claiming that JP had cardiovascular problems and also saying all those scenes are just staged. They follow a script. And with that, I'll say at this stage, the exact cause of JP's death is technically unknown. But he reportedly died in his sleep on the stream, and you had the French Minister for Digital Affairs confirming that an investigation is underway.